We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing wonderful today, and a little different today. We're going to talk about something that's been on my mind, and I've been seeing it a lot in the videos, and it kind of just spurred a topic that I really want to talk about. But before we begin, like, subscribe button below if you really want to support the channel. Thank you guys. I really can't thank you guys enough for really supporting the community, the channel, me, everything going on with World of Warships lately. It's been a great run. This is a great hobby. We're at 1,000 subscribers right now, on our way to 1,100. We're actually only another 20 away from 1,100. So hey, we can get this video, push this over. That'd be really good and really awesome. I like to one day, man, be able to get big enough where I can start giving away things, because I've seen people do it on other channels. I'm like, man, how do you do that? How does that work? But it's really cool. I like giving back, but you guys have been great. Anyways, let's get to it. Background video right now is the Zorkiy. He's one of my favorite Soviet DDs, a super ship. And I know there's a lot of mixed reviews about super ships lately, but I mean, they're not like so super that they are better than anything else. It really is just the fact that they just have extra gimmicks and they're more HP, but they still can sink. Hey, if they can still sink, you can still kill it. It's not really that super to me. It's just a tier 11. But let's go back to the topic that the title of the video started at, is, do you suffer from zoom anxiety? I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but zoom anxiety, what is it first? Let's define what zoom anxiety is. And that is, people, when you zoom in World of Warships, you want to obviously hit the target, right? You want to use the reticle to aim at something, get everything on target. You want to be perfect. Everybody's got to line up that perfect shot like you're playing golf or putt-putting or something, whatever, right? Everyone wants to be perfect. I get it. But then something happens with people just all of a sudden. I notice they just like to zoom out real quick, whether it be a hotkey, a button, or just clicking on shift again, whatever that may be. Where like right now, you see in the background video, I'm zooming in. I like this. I mean, I don't understand why people can't just hold that view and they zoom out like that real quick and they zoom back in and they zoom out and then zoom back in, zoom out and zoom back in, because why? They have anxiety of feeling that they're going to get hit by maybe a random torpedo maybe, or maybe there's a shot in the air that they just somehow can magically dodge because they zoomed out, but they zoom out so quickly. And a lot of you know what I'm talking about, because there was recently a video I just saw on, I believe, a channel. I can't think of it at the time, at the top of my head right now, but the vampire. And then somebody in the comments said, man, a zoom warning would have been great because I have a seizure now. So yeah, I honestly think you will suffer from a seizure if you look at the screen enough when someone's zooming in and out all the time, because I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Why do people zoom out so much, so often, to the point where it detracts not only for gameplay replay, but just even for your well-being? My gosh. I mean, you zooming in and out it can't be healthy for your, I mean, I'm staring at a game and a screen is already, I mean, I'm healthy enough. I'll be the first one to admit that. I've played games all my life and I understand. Growing up, mom always said, hey, don't stare at the screen too much. You're going to go blind, or you're going to wear glasses. I wear glasses now anyways, but the fact that you're staring at a screen up front, playing in the middle of the night, you know, all the things that doctors and experts tell you not to do, right? But with this, man, it's zoom anxiety, and I had to get to the bottom of it as why do people do it, and what is the reason, the cause behind it? What's the purpose? Does it really help? Does it give you some kind of advantage to zooming in and out? So let's address it. Again, we already talked about the anxiety of just being able to zoom out real quickly to get a bird's eye view, if you will, and to see is something coming at you, which the only thing I could possibly think of that's coming at you is torpedoes. So, okay, I get it. That's fair. And we'll talk about the solutions later on as to how to solve these problems. But man, look at this shot right here, Zorkiy. This is some of the things I like about Zorkiy: the rate of fire, the good burst reload right here, and we're taking on battleships and cruisers, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, and Zorkiy. But going back to the topic at hand. Yeah, look, you see what I just did there? I zoom out, I kind of figure out where I'm at, I zoom back in, and look, I'm guilty of it too. I don't know if it's because I watch so many videos that I just naturally want to do it as well. But look, I stopped zooming. I don't zoom like every 5 seconds that I'm shooting. I just, hey, I'm looking out, where am I at? Where's my ship turning? I usually just do it till I can figure out where's my ship turning and where do I need to go, where do I need to egress at, and also where do I need to turn to be at later to get the guns on target. But really, I'm not really, here comes the burst. Oh, I love the burst right there. That is awesome about the Zorkiy. Boom, 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 boom. And we start a fire. See, I zoom out to take a look at where those shots, can I dodge those shots, and that's it. I stay out, zoomed out, and I kind of hold my breath for a second, and boom, splash 1 RP back to 40. But when I zoom out, I look where I'm at, and I kind of stay there. I don't really need to zoom back in, or when I'm shooting, I don't really need to do the zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out to re-aim and look at the situational awareness. And I'll tell you why in a minute about the solutions to that, but I have enough situational awareness with what wargaming has given us in World of Warships. I mean, what more of a warning do you need? You have torpedo indicators. You have the mini map. If you see, ships in your area, they pop up that you're shooting at you. I have the exclamation point thing on the top right there. When someone shoots at me, it lights up. I see it. Hey, oh my gosh, somebody fired at me. Blink. I better either slam on the brakes or turn or do something to change the coordinate, the course of the ship, so that we avoid getting shot at. So those are the couple things that I actually do right there. Those are the solutions, really. But those are just the first line of defense, if you want to call it that. The first lines of defense are already built into the game. That you got the torpedo indicators, you got the exclamation point, the target awareness or shot awareness. That is incoming fire alert. That's what it's called. It's a captain skill, and then you also have the ability to zoom out one time and then analyze, think about what you're doing, and then reassess and keep aiming at the target. It won't kill you just to keep shooting at the target, because how fast do things happen in the World of Warships? That's why I like it. It's a slower paced game than, say, Call of Duty or Battlefield. So now that we've talked about why people do it, now if there are other whys of reasons why people do it for more of like situational awareness and incoming shots or torpedoes, please let me know. Comments below. Thank you. Let's talk about, as we take on this Des Moines right here. I mean, the fact that a destroyer is taking on Des Moines is redonkulous. That's why this thing is so powerful, the Zorkiy. So what are the solutions? Let's talk about it. What kind of solutions to how to get better? I'm always about getting better. I'm always about providing techniques, procedures, or tech-seegers that people can really use to get better and have a good time, as well as make themselves better at the game, especially as a destroyer player. I think this really happens as a destroyer player more often because you're constantly being engaged at, and you really have to be aware. Notice, look, I'm only zooming out right there. I just zoomed out one time. Where are the shots going so I can slow down, juke the shots or whatever. But I'm zoomed in, I'm firing. Okay. Great. What am I doing for situational awareness? Look, I got the detected indicator, incoming fire alert. See, it goes red. I know a shot's coming in. That means I got to either turn, speed up, slow down, do something, change the direction. See, he's missing all the shots. And then the next one is I have, when I zoom out one time, I look around. Are there any torpedoes in the area? Well, obviously not, because there's no submarines in the game. There's no destroyer in my field of view or my area minimap. So I can kind of like really fire unmolested right here and just have at it. And I can stay zoomed in and not have to deal with the constant, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. And again, the minimap is there, and I'm zooming out right now to see where's the shot at. Hey, I turn the ship, but I'm steady. I'm not zooming in, zooming out every 5, maybe 3 or 2 seconds like I've seen some videos. You can really get some seizures going on right there, ladies and gentlemen. But look at that. I think you can really solve it right there just by using the tools that you have at hand, which is the incoming fire alert if you have it. Number 2 is know your surroundings, like know the makeup of the game, what are my clan battle skills? I said, hey, what's the first thing you do? Look at the lineup. Who's in the game? CV, submarine, whatever. Know your opponent. Know your enemy. And then the next one is look at your minimap. It's there for a reason. If the minimap does not show a torpedo in your a destroyer or submarine in your area, you don't really need to zoom in and out every 2 seconds. And here comes the shot right there, and boom! Splash 2 RP back to 40. That is the burst fire mode, ladies and gentlemen, on the Zorkiy. Really love it. Very, very powerful skill. I think Wargame is going down this direction. I don't know if it's good for the game or not, but that's what it does. But let's talk about the solutions again. Really, I talked about incoming fire alert, zooming out one time, analyze the situation, and use the mini map. And then you have the torpedo indicators. If you're really terrified of torpedoes, there's an awesome indication system on the World of Warships that has torpedo markers all over your compass, near your reticle, by the way, with direction of where it's coming from, and color coordinated. It'll either go yellow or red if it's more dangerous, and it'll even yell at you. The voice from the heavens in World of Warships, if you turn up your volume, if some of you are on headset, will say torpedoes or incoming or spotted torpedoes, or even +1 Zorkiy there, great throttle controls. Again, that is exactly why I like this community. Very good at complimenting other people and having a great community forum. keeping it professional and clean is why I like World of Warships on occasions, not all the time. But that's why I always thank and reward people for doing that, because it is always good to see players that are really rewarding each other and having a great time, because it's very a good community and camaraderie. But let's go back to the torpedoes again. The indication system's there, and as well, what did I say? It also has, if you're wearing headsets, it beeps at you. Don't you guys hear it? If you're turning up the volume loud enough, you're going to hear a beep, 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 and it gets faster and faster the more dangerous it gets. And by that time, if you haven't even figured out a torpedo is coming in or a shot is coming in, you deserve to get torped at that point, because, hey, I've been guilty too. I mean, I sometimes I was so engaged with the battle that I totally forgot the beeps and everything that were going on that I just go, oh, I didn't turn. Or maybe I just got froze up so much that I said, oh, crap, here comes a torpedo, and I drive right into it. So, again, it happens to the best of us. I'm not saying I'm perfect or anybody else, but the indications are there, and my fault for not hearing the beeps or the indications or the whole, the voice from above yelling at me going, hey, we spotted torpedoes. So I like the German. I think I like the German captain. It says torpedo at port or something. It was so funny, but here comes the burst fire, and another cruiser goes down. Zorkiy, the cruiser killer right now, and that's 3 kills for a splash 3. RIP back to Porty, ladies and gentlemen. And that is how we play the Zorkiy. But anyways, that was the solutions, techniques, procedures. I think about what other techniques do you guys see out there? What can people do to get better to avoid the whole zoom anxiety and causing unnecessary seizures across the world in replays? But that's the video right there. I'll have the build at the end of this video for Zorkiy. Like, subscribe, bell button below, guys. Really appreciate the support. What do you think we can do to get better? But let us know about the zoom anxiety. Is this a situation? Is this something we need to be worried about? Can we solve it? Can we help others avoid it? And that's like a public announcement or public service announcement for all you guys out there. But again, hope you guys are doing well. Thank you guys for all the support. We can't thank you enough. Growing the channel. And until then, you guys stay safe and see you out there on the high seas. Cheers. Okay, let's talk about the build for the Zorkiy, if you guys are really interested in it. This is the more of a gunboat DD build for maximum DPM. And here is the build that I've used on a website that I put in the link in the description below. If you like it, use it. It's really great. It even updates all the flags and the fire reload rates, the speed, and so forth. But the first one really is talking about the main armament modification one, which is just protecting the turrets, really. That's all I care about. Obviously, last stand is great, but also for the commander skill. But in the build, I really care about the engine. I don't want the engine to get knocked out, so I picked the make sure the engine doesn't get knocked out. The next one, obviously, is aiming. I want the best dispersion possible because I'm shooting a lot guns. I focus on gunboating, so I want all my bullets to hit right on where I want it, the maximum possible. Propulsion, obviously, because I like to stop, start, and juke a lot. So Propulsion Expert really gives you that ability to stop start. Steering is okay. I think the steering is okay on Zorkiy. You don't really need to improve it. Concealment's also a definite must on all destroyers. You want to have the best concealment possible, especially Zorkiy. You can see it from the moon. And then, of course, the reload rate on the guns, you just sacrifice a little bit of turret traverse. For the commander skills, it's the turret traverse really is necessary to help make up for that. I like the incoming fire alert right there. You see it right there. Incoming fire alert is very, very important that you definitely need to have for the juking the shots, because as soon as you see that exclamation point hit, you guys start and stop, do something. The next one is last stand. We don't want to lose our engines if we get shot or lose an engine or rudders and steering. Obviously, more HP points for maximum tankiness, concealment, and of course, if you're doing maximum gunboating DD, you need to have Fearless Brawler, Adrenaline Rush, and the AFT, BFT kind of thing. So hope that helps. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, hope you guys are doing well. We'll see you guys out there on the high seas. Cheers.